You've read the books. You've had the dreams. You've felt the shift. But lately, something feels different. Not like the beginning of awakening. Not the chaos. Not the confusion. But a deep, quiet change. Could it be that you're in the final stage of spiritual awakening? Not everyone gets here. Not everyone stays here. And almost no one talks about what it actually feels like. But today, we're diving into the 5 strangest signs that you're not just waking up. You're nearing the end of the awakening tunnel and stepping into the real integration of your soul. Let's begin. You start losing interest in being spiritual. Wait, what? Yes. One of the strangest signs of the final stage of awakening is that you no longer care about appearing spiritual. You stop chasing crystals, mantras, workshops, and enlightenment highs. Not because they're bad, but because you no longer need the costume. You realize that spiritual truth isn't something you perform. It's something you live. You start enjoying simple things. Cooking with presence. Listening without fixing. Walking without needing to meditate on it. You stop talking about frequency and just become the frequency. In short, spirituality becomes invisible, but deeply embodied. It's no longer about escaping the matrix or ascension symptoms. It's about being here fully. And that's the paradox of the final stage. The most awakened people don't look spiritual at all. You feel emptiness, but it doesn't scare you. Early in awakening, emptiness feels like a void. Like you've lost your identity, your goals, your place in the world. But in the final stage, you feel that same emptiness. And it brings you peace. Because you understand, the emptiness is not nothingness. The spaciousness. You begin to love the silence. You stop needing to fix yourself. You realize that meaning isn't something you chase. It's something you choose to give. And this spaciousness? It allows real creativity to flow. Real relationships to root. Real joy to rise unforced. This is the emptiness of God. The emptiness of presence. Not the absence of self, but the absence of false self. You begin to attract real quiet miracles. Not flashy, not viral, not lightning bolts from the sky, but soft, profound synchronicities that feel designed just for you. Like meeting the exact person you needed, seeing a sign in a moment of deep doubt, receiving a message in a dream, and waking up changed. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations, not of your ego's desires, but your soul's alignment. You stop manifesting from need and start co-creating from wholeness. And because of that, the universe begins whispering instead of screaming. Because it trusts you now. Because you're listening. You see through the illusions without needing to destroy them. Earlier stages of awakening often include a strong sense of rebellion. Society is fake. Everything is a lie. Burn the system down. And yes, seeing through the illusions is essential. But in the final stage, you see the illusion and still choose love. You no longer need to wake others up aggressively. You no longer argue online about third eyes and government control. You stop trying to prove truth. You start embodying truth. You realize the dream is still a dream, but now you're lucid. And you can walk through it with peace. That's real awakening. Not fighting the illusion, but moving through it consciously, playfully, wisely. You're okay being nobody. This might be the most radical of all. You stop trying to become someone. You release the need to be seen, validated, important, even useful. You realize you already are everything you were seeking, and that gives you permission to be quiet, ordinary, present, alive, not needing to prove your worth, but simply being your worth. You're not disappearing. You're just dissolving the masks, and in doing so, you finally become free. And then something unexpected happens. You stop asking so many questions. You stop needing answers. You stop trying to figure everything out. Because now you trust. Not blindly, but deeply. You begin to feel guided, even when you don't understand. You sense a current carrying you, and instead of resisting, you let go. You say yes to the unknown. You walk into the fog without fear. You let go of timelines and expectations. You no longer measure your worth by your productivity, your followers, or your progress. You measure it by your peace. You feel joy for no reason at all. Grief with no shame at all. Love with no demand at all. It's not that life becomes easier. It's that your relationship with life becomes softer, wiser, more sacred. You are not chasing light. You are remembering. You are made of it. So what now? What happens after the final stage of awakening? Do you float? Do you disappear? Do you live in eternal bliss? Not exactly. You live in presence, not perfection. You become profoundly human, fully feeling, deeply grounded, but unshakable inside. You laugh more, cry more, need less. You stop chasing life, and instead let life move through you. You still make mistakes, but now you hold them with love. You still get triggered, but now you breathe instead of breaking. You no longer try to ascend out of your humanity. You descend into it, with open arms and quiet strength. You realize, awakening isn't about becoming someone different. It's about remembering who you've always been, and then living from that place. Simply, honestly, fully. You might not talk about it much anymore. You might not look the part, but those who meet you feel something different, calming, present. You've become the mirror, the space, the presence, the reminder that it is safe to come home to yourself. That is the final stage of awakening, not escaping the world, but embodying your soul within it, not becoming more, but becoming real. You are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where your soul needs you to be, right now.